Bobcat men and women both take on league-leading Northern Colorado. The men lose a heartbreaker, but the women get a huge win on the road. And we'll be up with Coach Fish, Coach Ben, and some of the players coming up next on the Bobcat Insider.
The Montana State Bobcat Insider is brought to you by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome to the Bobcat Insider. I'm Jeff Riggs. We'll be joined later by Jason Alvine and Annika Cook. And the Bobcat men, tough game at home here at the Brick. They lose by 3 to league-leading Northern Colorado. The women go on the road and get a huge win against Northern Colorado that hadn't lost a game yet this year. We're going to talk to coaches, players, but now let's go to Annika Cook with some highlights.
For the men's highlights, we have the 4-1 Bobcats hosting the 4-1 Northern Colorado Bears. Frey brings it down for MSU. The Bears batted away. Jordan Davis heads down for the easy layup, and they go up 4-0. The Cats off to a slow start. UNC moving it around. Davis to Kai Edwards, and he throws down a dunk, making it 6-3. MSU slowly coming to life. A quick pass to Layden Ricketts, and the 3 makes it 15-12. Sam Newman heads down low to Devin Kirby now, and he makes it work as the Bears lead 21-14. Freda Hull, who's looking for those extra points tonight as he tacks on 3, 23-20. The Bobcats within a score now, getting it going. Ricketts with the fake, he pulls up, and Montana State has their first lead of the night, 26-25. That lead really doesn't stay long though as Trent Harris pulls up for 3. The Bears lead at half, 35-28. Montana State looking to come out strong. Freda Hall, and he puts down another 3. It's 46-44. Here they go again, Freda Ricketts, and the Cats take the lead 48-46. They fall into a slump now though as Davis sneaks in for the easy layup. Bears up 62-52. Hall driving, he finds Ricketts for 3. No go, but Kirby lays it in. 5 minutes to play, Hall again with the jumper, and that makes 25 for him, only 1 point short of tying the Big Sky all-time scoring record. The Bears pass it around. Edwards settles in for the slam, 70-60. The Bobcats need some points. Frey keeps it, and we're back within 6. Hall brings it down again. Will this be it? Not quite. The Bears lead 70-67 with 13 seconds to play. UNC up 5. Frey nails the 3. It's 72-70 with 3 seconds to go. Newman with the last second lob, but it falls into the hands of the Bears. And the Bobcats fall 73-70 with Hall still just short of the record.
Welcome back to the Bobcat Insider. We're here with Coach Fish. Coach, let's talk a little bit about that Northern Colorado game. Let's go walk through from the beginning. What did you see in the beginning of the game?
Well, I thought the first 2 possessions, they set the tone there with offensive rebounds. We didn't get there, and that's something that's a big key for our basketball program is setting a toughness tone, and we didn't. We had some early turnovers as well. I think it was 8-9-0 run on points off turnovers against us, and you can't get them getting confidence going, and we allowed that to happen. It caused some trouble.
Yeah, and you brought in the hockey substitution.
Yep.
You brought in 5 new guys. How'd you like their response?
Well, I just, I didn't think as a group, I didn't think anybody give us that spark we needed to get going there in the first bid. And lo and behold, we're down 15-5, and we go to the line, make 1 of 2, and we don't get the surge we wanted. I just didn't like our first 5-6 minutes of energy. We've got to address that and make sure we're coming at it and changing things with our energy.
Well, the substitution seemed to work because your guys battled back and helped out in the first half, making some plays, making some stops on defense, getting rebounds.
Yep, I thought it got going there once everybody got kind of their wind out of them. I thought we made a pretty good run at them, and things got going. Then to end the half, they went on a 10-2 run that hurt us. And, that was something we had talked about in the timeout of not letting them get going, to change that around the other way. But we got going, then we got back into it the second half, made a little run, took a lead again, and just, again, got beat on the boards. We had 3 possessions down here where they offensive rebounded on us, and it hurt us. We paid the price.
Yeah, seems like the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half, they kind of had a little bunched run in there together.
Yep.
And then, again, you guys battled back. You're down 50-60 and really came back. And it says a lot about your team on that leadership.
I loved our fight. We had great fight. We kind of lived a little bit where we were fighting harder and we weren't getting the stops defensively. And we've been that team that kind of gets some stops defensively. and we didn't get them today, and we're kind of watching, and you got to make that happen there, and you're going to hit little bumps like this in conference play. We got to look at it in film and make some changes and bring our energy a little better.
You talk so much about offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds as being the key to the game. And there's a few at the end there that they got where they're running off more time. They got a 4 or 5 point lead, and they're able to run that extra time off the clock.
It's a game changer because they took that clock from 3:15 down into the 2s off of rebounds and stuff like that. And you know, that's something we can't do. We've got to, every possession's important. Thought maybe we took a couple quick shots, but at the end of the day, we got to the line. We missed a 1-on-1 there, and we made 1 of 2. So we're 1 of 4 in the free throw situation. We got to, when the clock's dead, that's when you got to make them pay.
Yeah, and it seems like the free throw line kind of hurt you there at the end. Did for them too. They missed a few free throws.
They missed a key one. We got what we needed to have happen, and so we'll look at it. We got to get better. It's early in the conference season. We're only 6 games into it, and we need to see this and make some changes on that, and so we learn from it.
You talk a lot about, turning the page.
Yep.
Not being too high after a great win, not being too low after a tough loss like this.
Can't do it in a 20-win season or 20-game conference schedule. You got to be able to move on and accept the results and make changes or do the same thing depending on how the results are to make us a better basketball team.
And it seems like your team's built better for that this year.
Yeah.
You got that mental toughness.
We got some good guys out there that want to do it. We just need to make sure that we analyze film and go from there.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, thanks for being with us, and we'll be back with more on the Bobcat Insider.
Nobody has time for the flu. Now you do. Simply select your location, choose an available time that works best for you. Provide us with a little contact information, and confirm your visit. It's that easy. So book your same-day, no-wait appointment online today at b2microcare.com.
My car is making a funny noise, like a yee.
Hey, Rick, what's a yee sound mean? Was that a yee?
That's it, like a yee.
Sounds like a worn-out belt.
Sounds like a worn-out belt. We can help you with that.
Yes, thank you.
Quality parts,
Helpful people.
that's Napa know-how.
What's a AAA insurance agent doing here? And here, we're popping up where people are having doubts about insurance.
What is this?
Come right in.
Really cute in here.
Did you do this?
Hi.
Does homeowner insurance cover these? What happens if our house is in a flood zone?
Does his age affect the premium?
How many times could I claim like a broken window?
If you want to chat insurance, visit a AAA agent at one of our branches. We can help you enjoy your home and auto by outsmarting insurance doubt. AAA, outsmart life.
So we actually are considering getting a hot tub. Didn't you use Bob's Pretty Good Hot Tubs?
How'd that work out for you?
Just go with Mountain Hot Tub. That's who we went with, and they were awesome.
When it comes to hot tubs, you want more than just pretty good. You want Mountain Hot Tub. We've been doing this for over 40 years, and we know our stuff.
I am so glad we went to Mountain Hot Tub.
Mountain Hot Tub's the best.
Mountain Hot Tub. Every day made better.
Welcome back to the Bobcat Insider. The MSU women went on the road to Northern Colorado and got a huge win against previously undefeated Northern Colorado. Let's go to Jason Alvin, who caught up with Coach Binford.
Jason Alvin back on the Bobcat Insider with head coach Tricia Binford. And coach, you look at this game here tonight against Northern Colorado, a critical game ever having dropped the game against Idaho on Thursday evening, coming out here with a W against the Bears to knock them from the undefeated ranks. How big is this in the grand scheme of things looking forward to the conference race?
Well, I mean, every game is big right now, Jason, but to get a road win against a top team like UNC is obviously huge for us. It's so early right now. Every game is so important, and it's going to be to keep your mindset in the present and be able to move forward from setbacks. I think that's really a testament to the resilience of this team.
You come out here, you fall down early, they hit 3 straight threes to open the game, but your team again, you mentioned resiliency right there, come out, Gabby Maki in the first quarter hits 2 corner threes from each side and really maybe played her best game for you here tonight.
Well, not just Gabby. I mean, our bench in general was such a big portion of this victory today. When you look at our bench production across the board, everybody stepping in. Madeline Smith had a big game. Tori Martell had her career high. That Ashley Van Sokol came in, had tremendous minutes. So the balance that we had to have across the board was just fantastic.
Talk a little bit about Tori. It's been a slow start for her here so far this season, but she got the shot to go in from long range and just felt really good here tonight. And Northern Colorado gave her open looks, which she capitalized on.
Well, she did, but we've been saying it all year long. That's the Tori that we know, and we believe in the kid, and we know what she's capable of. We see it every day in practice, and so I'm just really proud of her to stick with it and stay with it and be confident in it. And the way the team shared the ball today to have 19 assists, I just thought that was just incredible to see everybody share the ball. And when you can be unselfish and play that kind of basketball, that's what you're capable of. So it was fun to see.
5 players in double figures for you guys scoring wise, but I really thought the second and third quarters when you guys were able to kind of clamp down defensively, a few critical components, they were able to cut the lead to 4, but then you guys were able to, again, get stops when you needed to.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job responding in the second half, as we know that they would. You've got Savannah Smith, one of the best players in the Big Sky, so you're not going to fold or anything. And they created some steals. They got themselves back in the game. I thought we did a great job in the first half taking care of the basketball. I thought the turnovers were the difference of them getting back into the game, but we were able to respond every time they did. And I think that just showed the toughness in our group today as far as the mentality that we wanted to have on both ends of the floor. We knew we were going to have to defend, but we also knew we were going to have to put some points on the board with as efficient as UNC is.
17 of 18 at the foul line. One of the key statistics you look at every single game is winning the foul line. You shoot 12 more, you make 14 more than them here tonight, and you look at a 13-point victory.
Well, we've got so many new faces, and we've obviously seen some things develop over the course of the preseason and early into the conference, but one of the things that has been very, very consistent to show the identity of this team is our ability to get to the foul line, and that's got to be a staple of who we are. We need to do that consistently, and I thought we had the aggressive mindset tonight. I thought we shared the ball to get ourselves in those kind of positions as well. Just really proud of the kids.
Coach, big victory tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jason.
Head coach Tricia Binford with her thoughts as her team gets a 79-66 victory over previously unbeaten Northern Colorado. That's Jason Alvin and Tricia Binford for the Bobcat Insider.
The 3-1 Bobcats are back at home, this time hosting the also 3-1 Idaho Vandals. Montana State with the opening bucket, Claire Lundberg back with it, and her jumper puts MSU up 4-0. The Vandals' Taylor Pierce comes out with hot hands as she gives Idaho a 6-4 lead now. Speaking of her, it's Pierce again with the buzzer beater 3 to end the first 15-10 Vandals. Camden Hilborn brings it down for the Cats. She finds Oleana Squires. She lines it up and nails the open 3, closing the gap 33-27. Juliet Jones drives it to keep their lead alive, and she tacks 2 to the board before heading into the locker room with the Vandals' 43-36 lead. Jumping in at the end of the third, Pierce again, and not a second thought as she ups the lead again, 61-49. Lundberg fighting to keep the Cats in it as they now trail by 13. Haley Wright takes the last shot for Montana State as they fall to Idaho, 82-66.
Can I help you?
Do you have a replacement for this oxygen sensor?
Oh, yeah. Watch this. Hey, Rick, what do you think?
Zirconium dioxide, 5-wire. Yeah, we got that. That's part number 24302.
That's like a superpower. Like a strange and specific superpower.
I heard that.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Nobody has time for the flu. Now you do. Simply select your location, choose an available time that works best for you, provide us with a little contact information, and confirm your visit. It's that easy. So book your same-day, no-wait appointment online today at b2microcare.com.
The Rocking R Bar is your game day headquarters. Join us downtown right after each game for $4 Bobcat cups, food and drink specials, and so much more. Plus, enter to win your own fully catered tailgate party, Cat Grizz tickets, and other great Bobcat gear. Only at the Rocking R Bar.
Excited about Bobcat season? Trust us, so are we. Sometimes game day just can't get here soon enough. You could show up 12 hours before kickoff to show your colors, or you could get the new Bobcat banking card from First Interstate Bank. Find out more at bobcatbanking.com.
Welcome back to the Bobcat Insider. We're here with senior stud muffin from the Twin Cities, Sam Newman. Sam, let's talk a little bit about the Northern Colorado game. Kind of a tough one. You guys had some ups and downs, battled back a little bit at the end of the game. What'd you see in the game?
Yeah, Jeff, so I thought we came out kind of flat in the first half, and they got up on us. But the thing about this team that's made me really happy that this team's probably done it the best out of my 4 years is we fight back. You know, we never give up. In previous years, we'll have a team that'll kind of throw in the towel when things haven't been going our way, but we fought back and we made a game of it. We just need to get better defensively for sure. We were getting beat on the dribble too often, giving up some easy buckets, some offensive rebounds in crunch time that we need to get corrected.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that transition now. I mean, this is your senior year, your last year with the Bobcats. Talk about coming off the bench this year as kind of a different role for you.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So I'm embracing it. It's something that, you know, me and Coach had talked about before the season. This is what was going to happen, and I would have a little bit of a role change. Last year I played strictly at the 5 spot. I've been playing a little bit at the 4 this year, a little bit of 4 and 5. So, I mean, it's different. I try and go out there and do whatever I can to help the team. You know, whatever Coach asks me to do, I try to do that to the best of my ability.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, a lot of guys wouldn't be able to do that, and they'd kind of struggle and pout or hang their head. And I mean, you seem to do the opposite. When you come in off the bench, you seem to energize your team, and you're always doing those little things. I'll go to my grave saying you're leading the nation and taking charges. And so talk about how you bring that energy to your team that way, coming off the bench.
Oh yeah, that's something that we joke about too, about the drawing the charges, and you know, people, that's definitely an energy booster for the team. You know, when you can get those hustle plays or those little things, and the team expects that of me, and getting those key stops on something like a charge really gets the team pumped up, whether it be, you know, a charge or an offensive rebound or something. I just try and make the hustle plays and make plays for my teammates and put them in positions to score.
That's great. Well, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Good luck the rest of the year.
Appreciate
We'll be right back with more.
Let's take a look at this week's Big Sky scoreboard, starting with the men. Most notably, Montana beat up on previously unbeaten Northern Colorado. Despite their loss, though, UNC still sits atop the leaderboard. Montana and Montana State sit in the middle at 4-2. Now for the women, the Bobcats came out on top of the also previously unbeaten Bears 79-66. That means a few changes in the standings as Idaho State stakes out the top spot alongside UNC. Montana State sits in 5th at 4-2, while Montana takes 6th at 3-3.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Coach Fish and more on the Bobcat Insider.
Nobody has time for the flu. Now you do. Simply select your location, choose an available time that works best for you. Provide us with a little contact information, and confirm your visit. It's that easy. So book your same-day, no-wait appointment online today at b2microcare.com.
The Harlem Globetrotters! This is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. This is what it feels like. When an amazing moment becomes an unforgettable memory. The Harlem Globetrotters Live. Together, we'll make memories they'll treasure forever.
Playing at Brick Breeden Fieldhouse Sunday, November 18th at 2. Visit the box office or log on to ticketswest.com for tickets.
What's a AAA insurance agent doing here? And here, we're popping up where people are having doubts about insurance.
What is this?
Come right in.
Really cute in here.
Did you do this?
Hi.
Does homeowner insurance cover these? What happens if our house is in a flood zone?
Does his age affect the premium?
How many times could I claim like a broken window?
If you want to chat insurance, visit a AAA agent at one of our branches. We can help you enjoy your home and auto by outsmarting insurance doubt. AAA, outsmart life.
So we actually are considering getting a hot tub. Didn't you use Bob's Pretty Good Hot Tubs?
How'd that work out for you? Just go with Mountain Hot Tub. That's who we went with, and they were awesome.
When it comes to hot tubs, you want more than just pretty good. You want Mountain Hot Tub. We've been doing this for over 40 years, and we know our stuff.
I am so glad we went to Mountain Hot Tub.
Mountain Hot Tub's the best.
Mountain Hot Tub. Every day made better.
Here's a look at the Big Sky men's games for the rest of this week. Sacramento State, Portland State, and Idaho State all go on the road Thursday to play Northern Arizona, Southern Utah, and Weber State respectively. Then on Saturday afternoon, Sac State goes on the road again, this time to Southern Utah, as well as Portland State heading to Northern Arizona. The Bobcats are headed to Cheney to take on Eastern Washington, and Montana is headed to Moscow to play Idaho. Rounding out the week, Weber State will host the Northern Colorado Bears. Now for a look at the women's schedule. No Thursday games this week, but there are plenty to look forward to on Saturday as Sac State takes on Idaho State, Portland State to Weber State, Southern Utah and Northern Arizona will match up, and then the Grizz pick up a home game against Northern Colorado. The Bobcats have the lone Monday night game in Greeley against the Bears. In a trio of Thursday night games at Sac State, Portland State, and Northern Colorado will round out the upcoming schedule for the women.
Welcome back to the Bobcat Insider, here with Coach Fish. Coach, you got Eastern Washington at their place coming up here. What do you see in that game? You can bounce back from this Northern Colorado.
Well, I think, again, when you get in conference play, you can't really so much worry about the other team. You got to, you know, the things that got us in trouble tonight were things we can control. I wouldn't say some guy went off for a bunch of shots and knocked some shots down. The things that got us in trouble are things that we can change and control. I thought they beat us on the boards. That's controllable. I thought they beat us in hustle plays. So all the things that we have to do to be a good conference team are there. We just have to look at them and address it and come together and not let that happen again.
And how do you get your team to come back? I mean, sometimes those tough losses can be big effects on teams. How do you get them to look to the next page?
Well, I think first thing you have to do is you have to have good leadership. We've had that all year. And, you know, then the second thing is you got to analyze. Good teams are the best self-analyzers and understanding that what we did wrong, they set a tone early on. And we've got to change that. We're going to have to be able to guard the dribble better than we did today. And to do that, we've got to get in practice and work on it.
Yeah, Northern Colorado is really a dribble penetration team. They love to kick out for those threes, and it's tough offense to stop.
And we held them to 8, which I would have, if you told me go before the game, I'd have taken that. I thought the key was they got, even though they won the Battle of the Boards by 2, I thought the key rebounds was the big thing. They got the key ones, especially late there when we had a chance to turn this game around, and we shrunk that lead to 10 and made it a one-possession game, and they got some rebounds there that we needed to get.
Talk about Tyler a little bit. He's 1 point away from the Big Sky Conference scoring record and what he's meant to your program from the beginning.
Well, you've got to have that first player that steps up and says that he'll come to play for you, and to sit there and have the career he's had is obviously an amazing deal. But he's more frustrated that we lost today than anything about points or anything like that, and that's what makes him a fan favorite of the players and stuff like that, because he's not about himself. He's a great young man to work with, and he certainly has gotten better each and every year. I think he's had a good senior year to date, and we just need to make sure that we continue to propel as a team, and because I've liked this team better of our multiple scores, and it's lessened the home run shots that Tyler has to make, and allowed him to be much more fluid in the offense because we got more scores, and it's made him a better player, and he certainly makes good passes, hits good shots. He's just been a really complete player this year.
Yeah, I remember one possession when he had the ball and it kind of looked like he was going to force up a shot. He made one pass, another quick pass inside and got a layup out of it.
Yep.
And that's the kind of thing I think you don't see last year, that
No.
he's developed a lot more
No.
and just trust in his teammates.
Yeah, I think we got a great team. They trust each other, and he's been a much better leader, much more vocal. And we just got to make sure we don't let the controllables beat us. And today they did, and he'll lead us in film on Wednesday to say, hey guys, we can't let this happen again. I expect us to bounce back and be a strong team.
Talk about Sam Newman a little bit, what he's brought to the table and how he's adjusted to coming off the bench. And that's a tough role.
Yeah, it is. But his minutes haven't changed as much as his role has, but I think he's been very valuable for us. He's what I call the safe player. He's my guy that takes it out in tough situations. He knows the fouls, he knows the timeouts, the possession stuff, the things you have to do to be a good guy to take the ball out. He's done that. He's been valuable as a team member. Today he's really finished inside very well, but he's an excellent passer, good teammate, been a good leader, leads us in everything that we need to do in practice to get ready to go, and really have enjoyed him during his 4 years.
Yeah. Well, Coach, thanks for your time, and good luck at Eastern Washington.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more on the Bobcat Insider.
Excited about Bobcat season? Trust us, so are we. Sometimes game day just can't get here soon enough. You could show up 12 hours before kickoff to show your colors, or you could get the new Bobcat banking card from First Interstate Bank. Find out more at bobcatbanking.com.
Nobody has time for the flu. Now you do. Simply select your location, choose an available time that works best for you. Provide us with a little contact information, and confirm your visit. It's that easy. So book your same-day, no-wait appointment online today at b2microcare.com.
Welcome back to the Bobcat Insider. Well, there's no rest for the weary in the Big Sky Conference as the men and women are back at it on Saturday. The women are at home at the Brick here Saturday night, while the men are in Cheney on Saturday afternoon. Thanks for joining us on the Bobcat Insider, but before we go, let's go to Annika Cook with Sam Newman for the Bobcat Breakdown.
It's time for another Bobcat Breakdown. This time, let's go find senior center Sam Newman. What is something that you've always wanted to try but you've been too afraid to do?
Skydiving.
What is your biggest fear?
Heights, which is why the skydiving thing's a little bit weird, but that's what it is, heights.
Now, if you could choose somebody on the team who would maybe push you to do that, who would it be?
Tyler Hall.
What is something that you have in your fridge at all times?
Powerade.
What's your favorite warm-up song?
Mo Bamba, Sheck West.
Okay, will you sing a little bit of it?
It's not appropriate for TV.
And now, what's a color combination that you cannot stand?
Red and yellow.
What is the most embarrassing song on your phone?
Drops of Jupiter, a train maybe.
And last one, what would you sing on American Idol?
All of me, John Legend, without a question.